Burritos. We're talking with burritos. Burritos. We're talking with burritos. Alrighty, guys, this is Talking with Burritos. I am Jerry, JJ Wayne Graham, and I'm sitting here with Chris, the Rupel. Say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Okay, guys, this is episode 14. All right. What's that?
14. 14.
It looks like 41 from right here, dude. Like, seriously, because you're 4 and 1. It looks like it did. Yeah, that's 14.
Okay, it makes sense for me because I'm facing the 1 and 4.
Yeah, like he was holding up his hands trying to indicate because I have a problem with titles or the headings of these episodes, and so therefore he was trying to correct me, but he's putting it up backwards. He did the
backwards
mirror
for
reverse
you.
for me. Yeah, backwards for me, but it was okay for him. So I'm reading like 41. What's he doing? But this episode we're gonna be talking about the state of terror, meaning basically horror movies today, and how they're not really as horrifying as they are just entertaining. I would say it's like, because before you would have a huge differential between like a horror movie and just like a
thriller.
A thriller, yes, yeah. Exactly, because they have certain aspects. So what? Okay, let's go there then. Define what a horror movie is to you?
A horror movie for me, it actually has to be scary. It has to be not like just jump scare. I mean, it can have the jump scare in there because that will kind of be like jumping and stuff like that. But something that is actually going to scare you and more fictional horror, I think, is more like monsters and stuff like that. Whereas a thriller, I find, has more realistic stuff, more realistic thrills and scares.
Yeah.
A stalker versus a chainsaw wielding maniac is how I would, describe it. Like Psycho, I would describe as a thriller more than a horror movie.
Yes, most definitely.
And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's kind of close on that one. It's hard to do that one. Let's go with like Michael Myers, Halloween. That's more like a horror film because he's an unkillable monster, pretty much.
Yes. Yeah, because he keeps coming back.
Exactly.
And Jason, like, Voorhees.
Voorhees, you got Freddy Krueger, Freddy.
Did you just do Oh Freddy?
Oh Freddy.
Oh Freddy. So I think you had it right for the state of terror. It's like, terror is like based in myth, and basically with monsters and certain like formidable foes. You can't destroy them. They're just, it takes an awful lot to destroy them. And plus, and it gets gory, it gets bad at times. A lot of times it gets real bad. What's your favorite
horror movie?
Like, let's say just one, not your favorite, but one amongst your favorite. Let's just say that.
I'd probably say like The Exorcist.
Yes.
That movie still scares me to this day. It still makes me question, certain things about religion.
Yeah, okay, let me stop you right there. But with that's still based in reality of sorts.
But it's got demons and stuff. Demons are monsters.
That is true. Demon monsters, so aspect to it. But what if they did not have that? Would it just be one of these shaky cam movies? Like personal POVs?
Like The Last Exorcism?
Yeah. Oh. No.
Which I actually like that movie.
I think what sold that one was her performance.
Yeah.
She was excellent. I don't remember the lady's name, but The Last Exorcism, she was perfect. Just the way her body writhes on the floor, and she was, she got but she could do the real bug-eyed look thing, and her, oh my goodness, she was terrific. It got to the point where I was in that movie theater. It was like 1:00 at night, and I'm like I had these chills. I'm like, what the hell? Because she gave such a great performance. I agree there. So Exorcist, I would say, just because I have to go back to my youth, man. Would it be? I think it's The Fly.
The Fly, with Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum,
1988, right?
Yes,
freaking Cronenberg.
Exactly. There you go. You got it all right there.
It's one of my favorites too. I actually have a really good story about The Fly. It was actually my mom and my dad's one of their first date movies.
Yeah.
And that's not a movie you take out on
I know, right?
And it's just one of the ones my dad took my mom to.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's awesome, though. Because like you have a story after that. It's like, what the hell? Like when I saw The Crying Game, that's a story. It wasn't horror, but it was kind of horrifying at points because, my cousin and I were on a double date. You know, we were on a double date and we were at the movie theater. It was that one that was, I don't know. I can't describe it. I'll describe it to you later. It's that one theater that was back of something, and I can't even remember like what it was called or its location, but I know it's towards the rear or something within like a space of three or four different stores. I don't know. It wasn't Lowe's. It wasn't across the street. I don't know. It was weird. It had to be a Regal. Did we have that Regal one here?
I think we did.
Yeah. It was like very close in town.
Vaguely remember it.
Yeah. You were probably a young buck back then. Yeah. So if you did see a movie, you probably wouldn't. Well,
we mostly went to Elcon, and then we went to like other ones. With
yeah.
me
So
and
see, that's when the Elcon was around.
Yeah.
Back then, Elcon wasn't around when I went and saw this movie. I was still in high school, so you know that was a spell ago. But okay, here's my horrifying thing. Where it's like I was watching this movie. It's not that it's horrifying for the content. Oh well, of such yes. But we were on a double date, and we were like, okay, we came we didn't know what was playing. We just kind of winged it. So let's go watch a movie. So we're going to watch a movie. We're at the box office, and we're looking for movies. Everything has started. So like, hey, what's this movie? The Crying Game. Like, I don't know. I don't think we asked what it was about. We were just like, we just wanted to waste some time. And plus we were with two girls. So it's like, let's go watch a movie. So we went into this movie and oh my goodness, if you haven't seen the Crying Game, it's like they have this shocker moment. It was just like, what the, it's just sitting there with your girl. It's just like, what the hell are we watching?
Were you even old enough to see that one?
No, I wasn't. The lady didn't card us.
Yeah, I was like, what to say?
Yeah, maybe I looked the part. I don't know, but she did not. She didn't card us or anything. All four of us. So we were just like, okay, cool. We bought tickets to it. Yeah, it was rated R.
Very mature
R-rated movie. And we were just in there watching it. And yeah, that moment happens. It's like, oh snap! And just throughout the entire movie, we were all rather uncomfortable. Let's just say that much about this, about what we were watching. But yet, it's like things like that lead to a good story later. So your mom, and then with The Fly. My thing was with The Fly. My dad would always watch that. And one of his things was like, you know what, if I want you, he told us later, so if I want you guys out of the house, I would just put on The Fly. Yeah. And we would bolt. We just would not watch it.
It was that or Hellraiser, right?
Or Hellraiser, yeah, with Pinhead. I was out. Nowadays I would be like, what? I want to sit down and watch this. This is freaky, but I'll still watch it. Oh yeah. But
I tried getting Sam to watch The Fly. We got to the baboon scene and she's like, I'm out.
Put up to Chris Brown. But yeah. So yeah, that was my thing with those movies. But I look back on them. I did sit down and watch them a few times, but my dad was like an avid watcher of these movies. He would sit down like a Saturday, especially if sports wasn't on, if it was one of those dead times where something like basketball, football wasn't playing every now and then, he would watch baseball. He would just watch movies, and he would watch a lot of them on repeat. He was just like, he just like cycled through them, so. Those Hellraiser, Phantasm, oh, that freaked me out too. Phantasm freaked me out. My thing is, he never watched like a Pet Cemetery or anything like that. But I saw those.
That one wasn't as freaky. The only freaky part I really found was like Zelda and Pet Cemetery.
Oh yeah,
that's like the only scene that kind of makes me go ooh. Like I guess the end scene with the little boy.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want that one either. So that's our favorite set. So with those, we both recently watched The Visit. You saw The Visit. I saw The Visit. And it's to the point where we can't even call these movies horror movies anymore. No. When was the last horror movie that you can actually say is horror movie-esque? Not counting the one that you just saw.
Yeah, not counting that one. It Follows was like the last one I actually saw. Which came out earlier this year.
Oh, there you go. Let's do that.
There are other ones that I didn't see that came out, like The Conjuring 2. What? That's The Conjuring 2.
What?
Or wait, that's not it.
No, what?
Conjuring 2.
What? You mean bullshit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not counting that as a movie. It was there.
You know the movies that no one wants to drive on because they're like,
I know. Everyone's like skeptical of it. That's just that.
I know.
Yeah, so but it follows, yes.
Yeah, it follows.
But yet that followed there was a demonic presence there messing around with these damn kids, possessing people, and boom, there you have it. You have your horror element. Once you have that element of horror in a movie, boom, you have a horror movie. Yes. So, but The Visit, just like one of your thrillers.
Yeah, it's just
your typical
thriller.
like thriller that we've seen before, that you see in like one of the recent movies that came out. This one had like a horror, Insidious. It has a demon presence in there, but something about that just wasn't. I don't see it as horror movie-esque.
Yeah.
It doesn't deem it as horror movie to me.
Oh wait, there's another one I saw. The Skype horror movie. I forgot about that one. I wanted to see that one. Unfriended. I mean, I like the concept. I just thought...
Was that just a slasher movie?
It wasn't a slasher. It was actually like a ghost.
Oh, it was a ghost?
Yeah,
really?
Ghost killing him.
See, I'm going to watch that movie. I really want to. I told you before, I really wanted to see it. You were like, pass on it. So there was a ghost just following, like going through
it was like killing them through the Skype. Killing them through Skype, one at a time.
I would say, like, yeah, it follows to be your last horror movie. And they went back and they took original horror, those that we saw back in the day.
Because you had the slow stalking killer.
Yeah.
And you had the teenagers, you know.
The teenagers and sex and...
Yep. And it had that, what's it called? That 1980s style moral also of sex kills.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
There you go, sex kills. And also a killer soundtrack as well. So with The Visit, I want to like it. I think my thing is I did like it. When people ask me my opinion, I just didn't want to give it to them because I think I would go too much into a M. Night Shyamalan thing. Yeah. But as far as the movie was, I was entertained.
Yeah, as a movie, it's entertaining. It's a real audience movie. You need to have an audience to see their reactions.
Yes.
Because when you see their reactions for this movie, it's like you'll either have it like them or you'll notice that they're having that same reaction. Are we going to do any spoilers? Are we going to say spoiler alert or anything? Are we not going to talk about spoilers on this one?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Spoiler.
But the scene...
It's been like 3 weeks.
It has been 3 weeks. If you haven't seen it, go watch it already. It's awesome.
Yeah, spoiler at this moment. All
right, so big spoiler alert. The grandparents aren't actually the grandparents. Now, seeing the audience's reaction to that was just fantastic. It felt like The Shining when everyone found out about, Bruce Willis being the ghost. It's just seeing everyone go, what? Silently to themselves. That's what made it really cool for me.
Yeah.
Like seeing that reaction and hearing people kind of jump during the grandma scenes when she's freaking out.
Yeah.
Like those were really good moments. We had a screamer in our auditorium.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I have a love-hate for people who scream during movies because sometimes it can be really funny, but that takes me out of that takes me out of my immersion,
Yeah.
I get out of it. But at the same time, it's funny because they're fucking screaming about stupid stuff. Because did I ever tell you about the time I watched The Strangers?
No.
That was the one where it was like the 3 people trying to break into the house. It was like 2009, I think.
Wasn't it 2 people in the house? And
and
the one woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they try to break in and they do.
With the creepy ass mask, right?
Yep.
What mask were they?
There wasn't one of them was like a burlap sack.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the other 2. It's been so long. Last time I saw it was in theaters.
Oh, okay.
It was a sold out auditorium. I saw it with one of my exes, and it was just the funniest moment when one of the guys is in the background. It's completely silent. You can't see him all that well. He's just poking out. He's just walking towards the woman who's under the couch or whatever. And this black woman just goes, "Oh, watch out behind you!" Really loud, breaks the silence of the movie, the seriousness. Everyone just starts bursting out laugh because you can't help but laugh.
Yeah, you can't help.
But you just got taken out of a really fantastic scene. That was just shot so well.
Yeah.
And, no music, there's no violin
been freaked
going.
out as well, but she disturbed.
Oh, I was freaked out. And then that happened. And I was like, oh man, that made it.
Yeah.
That made this movie.
Yeah, you're right. I have a love-hate relationship with it too, because a lot of, especially with horror movies.
Yep.
Because it's the audience reaction that you really love, because that helps get you into it a little bit. Helps you enjoy it more, because things that you might not be frightened by, they are. So it's kind of entertaining to watch them, or wait for them to react to it.
And it also, sometimes you kind of have that like sympathetic kind of reaction with them where you're kind of jumping with them too. Because with Sam, she's very jumpy. And whenever we watch a movie, I start jumping too because she's jumping so hard.
Yeah.
You know? And like that, it kind of helps you kind of enjoy the movie sometimes more. You know, getting that extra bit of fear, even though I'm not afraid.
Yeah, because I watch a lot of mine, like a lot of those types of movies are, you know, just alone. I'll be alone in the theater because because my wife asked me why I do that. I'm like, oh, because it's more horrifying that way. Oh, so it's, you know, it adds to the suspense if I'm alone and if I'm looking over my shoulder to see if anyone's behind me
that too,
or something. You know, it's kind of cool because there's several times where I have done that. Look back, like the last exorcism of Emily Rose. No, it wasn't the exorcism of Emily Rose.
That's the one you're thinking
I'm talking about. You were talking about the last exorcism. I did not like that one.
I like that one.
Did you? I like the last exorcism of Emily Rose.
You mean the exorcism of
Emily Rose? Yes.
That one I like too. That one was pretty good too.
It's her body. I thought it was kind of, I watched parts of the last exorcism. It looked kind of weird. It didn't look.
The girl really does a fantastic job. I mean, that's why she was the only person to return for the second one.
Oh, yeah.
Because she really, like, as you said,
this is good.
Even how you were describing it was pretty much how well she did.
Oh, really? And I was talking about a totally different person, too.
Yeah. Like, that girl sold it.
Really? Huh. I'm about to check out her performance. Maybe they have some clips on online about it.
Oh,
but we're going there. We went to the visit. You had mentioned about, the grandma moment is, did you see that coming?
I saw
it a mile away. Dude, he didn't really put it out there as being because it was M. Night Shyamalan, and he has this recipe in the back of our minds. You're like, something ain't right about them grandparents because the way she speaks about them and stuff like they're not bad. They're not bad parents, you know. But yet you think, oh, maybe that's why she moved out because these people are so quirky and weird. But yet she never mentioned anything like that. I don't know. You kind of sucked into it to still thinking like these are her grandparents. And he had little subtle cues. If you go back and look at the, why she destroyed the camera and stuff and all those certain things.
The people coming in being like, we haven't seen them since Friday.
Yeah. Yep. Little things like that. If you pay attention, you can see through his little ruse, but a lot of us don't. And my thing is with M. Night, with this movie, is that, just like you said, he had that Sixth Sense type thing in there where he added at the last minute, oh, they're not the grandparents.
What? See, I had two theories. When it first started, how the girl was, making the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Sam, you know what? Here's the idea. The twist is they're in on it. They're in on the movie with them. That was my original twist idea. Like, not the first one. My original was, oh, they're just crazy. They're just crazies. They're just old people. That was the twist.
Yeah.
And then, like, when we actually started the movie, I was like, Sam, they're just in on it. Just watch because, to make a better movie.
Oh, so you thought that they were just there to try to entertain the kids and help them make their movie better?
Yeah.
Oh, the documentary? Yeah. And my thing is with this, it's like, and he had a Signs moment in there. You know what I'm saying? He had a Sixth Sense moment and a Signs moment. So do you think what do you think it is with M. Night? Because right now, I think M. Night is the state of where our horror movie genre is, because it's not even horror. It just goes into terror and suspense. They're not really trying to scare you with monsters, which I think is a shame because we need to be scared.
No, monster movies are becoming action movies now.
Yeah.
Because, I saw the trailer for the Victor Frankenstein movie. And I was like, that looks like Sherlock Holmes, but with Frankenstein.
Right? That's exactly when I looked at the poster.
Yeah, that too. It looked just like
Sherlock Holmes, basically.
Yeah.
They're turning this into a Sherlock Holmes thing where they go on adventures and they fight monsters, or a Van Helsing, or there was another
Dracula
one.
Untold.
Dracula
that
Untold.
One was an action movie.
It's all turned into an
Frankenstein
horror movie with using
all these monsters.
Using these iconic monsters. I don't
get it either.
Give us some. I like you that you're trying to bring them back, but give us a different look at them.
Yep.
Like, if they're going to be here at 2015 during this time, then flip it. Make it really like crazy, but reinvent them to conform to like the horrors of today, I would say, right?
Yeah.
That would make a scarier movie because then you still have a demon aspect, but they're totally morphed into figures that will scare us. Because what scares us today? That's what they need to do. What scares us today, they use those characters to do that, to showcase that, or to portray that horror that we feel inside.
I don't know if they can recreate Tucson drivers as a horror figure.
No, that's true. But, different other aspects of certain things that scare us. I don't know. Something, but I just think it has to be because it's a dying genre.
It is.
It's dying.
The whole monster flick and stuff like that.
What about like indie? Is there anything else? We had It Follows, which is awesome.
Krampus, the Krampus movie. That's a monster movie coming out this year.
That's true.
And
you saw the trailer.
I've seen the trailer.
I haven't seen it. I haven't looked at it.
It looks really good.
Okay.
Like, I like it. I think it might be a horror comedy.
Yeah.
Because of the cast. There's a lot of funny people in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's got that one guy who was in Hot Top Time Machine 2. I always forget who he is.
Yeah. And he was in Parks and Rec too, right?
I think so, yes.
I think so.
And like he's in it, and then there's
his face somewhere. I don't know.
There's just a bunch of funny people in this movie. The effects look really good. They actually look like practical effects. They're actually using practical effects.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which makes me really like happy. Like I've seen maybe like 1 or 2 CG in that trailer, and I'm like, they don't look bad. Like another movie that we're gonna get into.
Yeah. What about Tusk?
Tusk, that was more like a horror comedy, but at the same time, it was really unsettling.
Yeah.
Tusk was an unsettling movie.
But then that's horror right there.
It's horror. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's an unsettling horror movie. It's kind of like the Human Centipede kind of unsettling, But
where does that fall? Is that horror then?
I think almost like it's on the boundaries of being a thriller and horror because you have a real life person who's trying to make you into a monster kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that falls into the horror, making you into a monster,
All right, so we take that. We take those elements. We take that.
Oh, and
recipe.
Yoga Hoosiers.
Yoga Hosers.
Hosers. Yeah.
But that's coming out later.
Yeah.
That hasn't come out yet.
I want it to come out
with the brats. Yeah.
I want to see it so bad.
So when we take those, like movies like that, and then we go into the movie that you just saw with Green Inferno, where does that fall?
Green Inferno, it's in that weird genre. It's an Eli Roth film. I'm going to say that right here, right now. Okay. It's a very Eli Roth film. You could tell he wrote a lot of it.
You said it like it's a bad thing.
I hate his writing so much some days. I'm like,
what do you don't like about it? What is it, the dialogue?
He makes it so cheesy and the dialogue's so awful. And I'm like, you're doing this on purpose so you can be like, I'm trying to be hip and cool with the teenagers.
But isn't that horror movies in general? Yeah, they usually have bad dialogue.
It's got bad dialogue, but it's like bad dialogue that makes you cringe.
Okay.
Like he's doing it on purpose versus how back then they thought that would work. This is him being like, wink to the audience, hey, I'm trying to be classic.
Yeah.
But I think this was more like a thriller because you kind of have like that realistic aspect of these social justice warriors going out to the rainforest trying to prevent people from, taking down the rainforest.
Okay.
And then their plane crashing and then the cannibals finding them. I mean, that's probably where it gets in the horror because there's no more cannibal tribes like that.
Yeah, no.
Like that's fake. That's probably one of the more faker things nowadays. Honestly, it's just a gore fest kind of movie. It brings the gore, but it felt kind of lackluster though.
Really? Okay.
Like I felt like there should have been more. And
more what? Build up or more gore?
More gore. Like I just wasn't satisfied because I've seen a lot of cannibal movies. Cannibal Holocaust, Make Them Die Slowly, aka Cannibal Ferox. Oh no, it's going down! Oh, the social justice warriors! Ah!
Nice fool.
Yeah.
That was improv.
And like I thought to myself, maybe there's going to be like an unrated version coming out, with all the cut stuff. But I read an interview that same night saying that because he didn't ask me anything on Reddit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And someone asked, how do you feel about working with the MPAA? And he said, I love working with them. They're all movie fans and stuff like that. And the movie that I had released with the Green Inferno is pretty much it is my movie. There's not going to be a director's cut, he says.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm like,
you think that
I'm either calling
that he had to cut out a lot because he had to wait so long to release it that there's a lot of content there to be put on to one of those special DVDs.
Yeah. I'm thinking he's either A, bullshitting it, or B, trying to be like, oh, it's not that bad.
Exactly.
Trying to sell the movie online.
And not shit on the MPAA because he knows he has to be a good with them because they will come down on him on every film that he does if he isn't.
Because there's some really good gore effects in there. And then there's Indiana Jones ants in there.
Well,
you remember Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull?
Yeah.
Remember the ants?
Uh-huh.
There's a scene that pretty much looks like those ants.
Oh, really?
Bad CG ants.
Oh.
And I was just like, that looks bad.
Did it have a lot of CG?
Like, it's got a lot of practical, but it's got some CG in there, mostly with, like, animals.
Yeah.
Like, because that's just, that's just easier to do, is just to have animals.
Uh-huh.
Like, because there's a black jaguar, that one you have to CG in unless you want to tame her. But they're in the middle of Chile filming this, and you don't want to have that kind of problem.
Yeah. No, you don't want that.
And then ants, no one wants to mess with ants.
Oh, no, because they're horrible.
Yeah.
They're horrible little creatures.
Yeah.
Especially like those Amazonian or those
you got the
jungle
bullet
ants, man. Those fuckers, man, will eat you alive.
There's like so many different species of ants out in there, and you don't want to mess with any of them.
They're bad. Very bad.
But
eat human flesh like it's nothing. Or they just eat flesh. Oh my goodness. But have you seen that documentary with those things they take a monkey or something like that?
Oh yeah.
And like devour it within an hour or something. These little tiny things just rip it apart. It's fucking terrifying.
Man, have you ever heard of the bullet ant? It has the most painful sting ever. Or painful. I can't remember if it's bite or sting. But like, it's got the highest pain on like the Richter scale.
Is that just the amount of toxin that it releases once? No,
it's the most painful. It's just how
the
painful.
pictures are just. Oh my goodness! How can a little thing that small inflict so much harm upon people? They're horrible.
Nature finds a way.
Yeah, but they're little bad fuckers.
They gotta defend themselves.
What is the purpose of a fucking ant?
They're food for other animals, and they help with other plants and stuff.
If it's pinching you that hard, then it's not food. It's a freaking enemy.
I mean, I'm cannibal. I'm betting like anteaters eat them.
It's not even at that point. It's not. Is it a herbivore? It's a carnivore, aren't they?
I don't know. Ants tend to be omnivores.
They're mammals.
Oh wait, which ones? Wait, what are we talking about? The anteater? Or
I'm just talking about the damn ants because they freak me out. That's one thing. Like to be covered by ants. That's oh my god.
Oh god, right? The fire ant
in itself. We were in Puerto Rico once, and my daughter was standing in a flower bed.
Oh no!
Around a flower bed, and she was just standing there. These like red ants had like crawled up on her leg and started biting. Oh my goodness. She was crying so bad, and she had these little ant bites on her. Oh, I felt so bad for her. It just sucked because she didn't even know she was standing. She didn't even know it was there, and they just started crawling on her leg. So luckily, they did not go any further up, so it was around the calf area and ankle and foot. But yeah, she did not look good then. After that, it was like, ow, shit. And she was like a young buck. She was like maybe 8 or so. But that was pretty. It was horrible. I felt so bad for her. I'm like. There's nothing we can do but apply this cream.
Yep.
Have you taken that?
Right. But with the gore effects, though, they were all practical as far as I could tell.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, they looked really good. Some of them looked kind of cheesy. Like, I don't want to do spoilers because it's barely coming
not yet.
out. I don't want to put spoilers.
Yeah, not yet on this one. Just give them a rundown of what they should expect and what they, if you think they should watch it.
The first 45 minutes kind of run by slowly, and they're kind of the most cringiest parts of the movie because they're college kids and they're all like social justice warriors, and that stuff I can't stand. So when you get to the end, it made me feel kind of happy.
Oh, that's fucked up. You wanted them to die. They were trying to do good.
Yeah. Because they're a bunch of self-righteous white people. And the poor brother.
Oh, they had a black dude.
They had a brother.
Oh, but, you can just say he had a black dude and he died wrong. He just died.
He wasn't the first one to die.
Though. Oh, he wasn't the first?
Well, he was the first one to get, because they get into the plane crash and a bunch of people died that way.
Yeah, that's true.
So he didn't die from that, though. But he had probably one of the worst moments in that plane because he threw up and they're upside down, so it got in his face. and it looked like he had, what's it called, chicken pot pie gravy all over his face.
That's gross. That's gross. So is this a Rupel's recommendation?
If you have never seen a cannibal movie, it's a good way to start off. Okay. If you are a fan of Cannibal Holocaust or Cannibal Ferox, anything like that, go in with an open mind that it's not Okay, if you're a fan of Cannibal Ferox, but you've never seen Cannibal Holocaust, you'll probably still like this one. But Cannibal Holocaust is one of my favorite movies. It's one of the most gory. It's one of the few movies that make me want to vomit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I saw it when I was like 17, 16. Like, and I've seen a lot of horror movies by that point. And like that one made me want to vomit.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I never liked movies like that.
Yeah.
I still don't. Like Hostel and all these other movies. I couldn't watch those.
I'm not a big fan of Hostel.
I don't like horror movies where they
torture them.
Torture people,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you see people being eaten alive or something. I'm like, oh, I can't watch it because that's just fucking horrible. Because I think about it like, what if this was true? And people are probably doing this, and it's so horrible, and I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Hostel movie, but I like Cabin Fever all right. For Eli Roth movies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like torture movies either, except I kind of like the Saw movies because they're kind of creative.
Yeah, Saw.
Creative.
Yes. The first one I was a little skeptical about because I did not like those movies but then I got into it because they were telling like a pretty interesting story. It was
that
cool.
too.
Yeah, I liked the story that they told on 1 and 2, but then they went off.
Oh yeah, they just went crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like the different ideas they came up with them.
They were able to keep it for 7 movies, so that's good. They said they came out the first movie, we're gonna make 7 each year, and they did it. So it's like, come on, I applaud you for that,
right? And keeping up with the creativity with those devices, man. I
know, right? It's props.
Yep,
that was pretty creative. So that's not horror. That was just thriller.
Yeah. That's like another subgenre of its own. Is the whole
torture film,
the whole disgust, the disgust kind of movie. You know, a movie put out just to make you feel disgusted. You know, that's what Saw and like Hostel and even Green Inferno is kind of like. You know, it's not there to be scary or really horrific. I mean, it's going to be kind of like, it's a look away. Just take your eyes off and you'll be like good for a second. And then you look back and there's needles going in someone's foot.
Yeah. That's horrible. Because
that's torture porn. There we go. That's what
torture porn.
That's what I usually call it.
That's what I've heard it's been called as well.
Like, I'm not a big fan of that genre, but I'll watch movies of it. But I'll never say they're like my favorite.
Yeah, we need like old classic movies like Slugs.
Oh, yeah, like Slither.
Slither. Yeah.
Slither was a great almost remake of that
movie. Yeah.
Practical effects all around and just fucking amazing.
I like The Blob.
They said they're going to remake that one.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
No.
I know.
No.
Technically, The Blob already got remade, technically.
It did. No.
Because there's a 50s and an 80s one.
An 80s one, yes.
Yeah, I want to say 1983 was when that one came out. I enjoy both of them, honestly.
Do you?
Yeah.
I remember seeing the second one. I saw the first one as well, but I remember when the second one came out. I was all right. I was okay with it, but...
You know the town that filmed the first Blob? They actually have a Blob Festival.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, every year.
Blob Fest.
Yeah, Blob Fest, I think is what it's called.
Blob Fest 2015.
And like, they recreate the running out of the movie theater scene.
Oh, really?
With people.
Dorks.
And it's really cool. It's a really cool festival. And like horror icons go, like Tom Savini and stuff. And like, just to have a good time.
Okay. So, in your opinion, with Wes Craven, he just passed away.
Oh. All right.
Who else do we have, man?
For making movies?
Making like good horror movies. I don't think he was making horror movies at that point, but he was always still making movies. But
you know who I like for this one's like from the other side of the river or ocean is Takahashi Miike.
Oh, okay.
He's the one who did The Audition and
okay. Did you watch that?
I
always had it
that one
on my Netflix queue, and I didn't want to do it because people were freaking me out. They said it was very scary, and I
watched it when I was like 11 at my brother's house. At my older brother's house, I was sleeping over there, and like I don't sleep well at other people's houses when I was younger, and like I stayed up that whole night trying not to go to sleep because I was afraid. I was so afraid. I was like trying to play Crash Bandicoot and feel good and shit. I'm like, I just can't sleep.
Those images out of your head.
Yeah, because when they got in there when I was younger, they stayed in there.
Yeah. See, so they had always told me to watch this movie. People have always referred me to this movie. They said, you have to watch it. I'm like, and I had it once, so I was like queued up and everything. Nope, not watching it because people were freaking me out. I kept reading things about it. I was like,
I remember we wanted to watch it and we rented it from like Blockbuster.
Yeah,
because of I think it was E.
R.I.P. Blockbuster.
Yeah, I know. R.I.P. Blockbuster.
R.I.P. video stores.
But what's it called? It was a top 100 scary moments or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that E or something. I can't remember what channel did it, where they listed off like the top 100 scariest movie moments. And like that was on there. And we were like, that looks scary. Like me and my brother Arturo. And we're like, oh, I'm spending the night over there soon, aren't I? We should rent it.
Yeah. And then you
bad idea.
So yeah. Oh, wow. I think.
Especially when I was 11. Even though I had watched The Exorcist at that point. But like, I wasn't used to like torture and gore.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't watch it. I still, to this day, even with you saying that, I do not want to watch that film. It's
a great movie, but it's just.
This is bad.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Then. It rings true as being a horrible movie and that Jerry will not watch. I'm sorry. I've been like, I have to admit that, I've been a big ass punk about those movies. I just never wanted to watch them. I was always afraid of them or horror movies. Nowadays, I'm cool. I can watch them because someone asked me like, oh, why do you do that? Watch the movies by myself alone in the theater. And I say, because I'm a fucking 40-year-old man or almost a 40-year-old man. So yeah, I can do this shit. I don't give a fuck because it's all fake. That's why. I think time has, helped me with that, but I still I was just never one of those people to like horror movies. But I would do it if, friends around and stuff. I was like, oh, yeah, let's put that shit in. Yeah, let's watch it. But because back in the day, then I would watch like, Freddy and all of them too, just because I thought I had to. And plus we had them on VHS and sometimes we would just watch them just like on a Friday night just to freak ourselves out. And if we have friends over, we'll just do that. It was like a community thing. I could watch it with other people, but I never wanted to watch it alone. Or even then, it would just freak me out because I was just scared. I was just a little fraidy cat. So, big old bitch. So what else about the horror movies, man? What's going on? What's good with the horror movies, Miley?
What's good?
What's good, Miley? No, just kidding.
Just push it out. I don't know.
Like, is there anything good on the horizon that you may have seen?
Besides Krampus.
Because didn't you used to get that little horror kit?
I do get the horror block.
I still do get the horror block.
Yeah.
Is there anything good in there?
I get a shirt. I get something that they send, and I still haven't watched because I'm a terrible person, is they send like, they had like, recently they had like a short film contest, horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
And they sent out the best ones. In a DVD set, nice. And I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to soon.
To watch those, yeah, because a horror set, right?
Yep,
it will go well with this episode, or just as context thereafter. Yeah, you should do that.
Yep,
I still have my bloodiest horror movies up there.
Yeah,
for Tales from the Bid. So I still haven't watched some motherfuckers, but no. So yeah, I don't state of horror, man. I say it's looking very bleak.
I think we need either new monsters, or if they're gonna remake the monsters.
What about like Slender Man and stuff?
Fuck Slender Man. He's not scary. Slender Man's not scary. He was never scary. Online there's something called creepypastas. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Creepypasta is it's scary pasta. I know it's not that. But it's stories. It's what Slender Man is. It's these fake stories. Okay, yeah. Urban legends.
Yes,
that's what they are. Yeah. They're just told through the internet now. Then they're called creepypastas versus urban legends.
Oh, and then like sitting around a campfire.
Exactly, just like that. Versus doing that, you got your bright.
What if I have like a screensaver or a video of a fire?
You put the U-log
and
on
I
the
read
TV.
it on my iPad. Yeah, just trying to get that effect.
That's something that a lot of people really like. I mean, most of the time they're just unsettling.
Yes,
and they're kind of creepy.
Not really horror.
I mean, some are actually kind of scary.
Oh, really?
Like, there's a Jeff the Killer one. That one tends to be really popular with people. A lot of them are based around like images and stuff, and like they can be creepy. Like when you see the images, you're like, oh, that's kind of creepy. And when you're up at really late at night and you're really tired, that's when it freaks you out. Because that's what I end up doing.
Do it. Okay. 24 hours and then you listen to it. What if we told one of those stories?
We made our own or just told them? Because there's already people who do that online.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, there's a couple people who read
do they
like
do it well?
Some of them do. Okay. Some.
Do they do it for the website or they just do it?
They do it for their own kind of thing and to get hits.
Fuck that, dude. Let's do that shit, homie. Let's do our... Okay, we can do our own.
Yeah.
This has to take some
Once
creativity.
Upon a time.
I can't...
there was a boy named Jerry and he was black. The end. That'll scare the internet.
There you go. You know, they hate black people.
Yep.
No, people love black people. Fuck. The internet loves black people. I don't care what you say.
The one side of the internet loves them, and then the other side.
Because no, white people don't like to talk to black people, like, you know.
Yeah.
But they don't like to.
They'll be like, "What up, homie?" online, but when they see one on the street, they're like, "Oh."
They just walk right past you.
Oh.
Exactly. But online, it's like, "Oh, what's up, dog? I love you." But yeah, you walk by, it's just like, let me cross the street. Walk over here.
I don't know what it is, but maybe it's because I went to a black church. I tend to be like really, really like talk more and laugh a lot more with like black customers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, but like that's just how it is with me. You know, maybe
it's comfortability. You know?
That's just how I'm more comfortable with black people.
It's all about media and appearances. We can say all that. We can go into. We're not going to social issues right now. We go into the horror. Like if I saw,
if you saw Candyman
or Swamp Thing. If I saw Candyman, man, that movie freaked me out when I was a kid.
Yeah,
man. I did not like Candyman. That was fucked up. What about Chucky?
Chucky, you know, when I was little, he scared me. But as growing up, I've found I love those movies.
I know, right?
And Bride of Chucky is a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
That's such an underrated movie. Jennifer Tilly does such a great performance. Same thing with Brad Dourif, of course, because I fucking love Brad Dourif.
Yeah,
you know, those two would need to be more. If they didn't fuck it up with Seed of Chucky.
Yeah.
Because they had a great idea with Bride of Chucky. That one was funny. That one had really good gore and really good effects. And then Seed of Chucky. I'm a little British Glenn.
Yeah,
Glenn or Glenda. There's funny moments with that, like them naming him Glenn or Glenda, which is a reference to Ed Wood. The Ed Wood movie, Glenn or Glenda.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
But then it's just semen jokes. Bad red man and Jennifer Tilly jokes. We need a new horror icon. There hasn't been an icon in a while.
There you go.
That's the thing.
That is true.
Jigsaw was like kind of like the last one, I think.
Jigsaw would be the last one.
Like the last one that I can think of.
As an iconic
because like Hostel didn't really have one, and like Insidious doesn't really have one. It's just
it's just a demon ghost. Yeah.
And same thing with Paranormal Activity.
Just various.
It's the same recurring ghost.
Yeah.
But it's not an icon. I'm going to sell an invisible toy to you.
So what's the hell going on with Paranormal Activity?
Ever since what's it called?
Every theater.
Ever since the last one, the marked ones.
Releases. Yeah,
that one kind of ruined it for them. Like they're having a good run with all the others. But that's what do you expect?
But it said it's not by. It was like, was it congruent with the current storyline?
It fit in with it.
Yeah,
kind of. All of them are kind of loosely based together.
Yeah.
It's all based around like families and shit.
Yeah.
But if they didn't release it in fucking January.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why didn't they fucking release it in October?
Just
like you always do.
And what about people not utilizing October anymore?
Right.
For a horror movie.
Right.
What the fuck?
I know.
We have nothing. You have anything. It's like thinking about marketing. Don't you want to market a horror movie around the Halloween?
You would think.
But we don't even have that anymore.
Because Saw was like the last recurring one like that. I mean, Paranormal Activity did that, but then they started pushing it closer or later.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, come on.
Like, just stay with the trope.
October.
A lot of people came to watch those movies. They come to watch those movies because they want to be freaked out around
They want the Halloween spirit.
Time. Yes, but there's nothing.
There's none.
That's nothing on the block.
Yeah. I mean, Green Inferno, but that's more like...
Yeah,
it's torture porn more than anything.
It's like an hour and 30. It's like been a year and a half, and they finally put it out.
Yeah,
people wanted that movie before, so now once you wait that long, a lot of times people are just like, unless you somehow excite their interest again,
they're marketing it like
they're kind of like whatever.
They're marketing it like crazy though, so I'm hoping it does well, but I don't know. What are you talking about? We got the spookiest movie coming out.
Well, we got
Crimson Transylvania 2.
Well, that's lovable.
I won't watch it. It looks great.
We got a
Crimson Peak that comes out in October.
Yeah, that's like
I love Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, he likes horror. He likes features and using different things like that. So.
And I like that they're marketing it as as like from the director of Pan's Labyrinth.
Yes.
That makes me go. Thank you for not fucking selling out and being like from the director of fucking. Why is it skipping my mind? Pacific Rim.
Right behind you.
Yep. I love Pacific Rim, but don't advertise that.
Yes, because
put Pan's Labyrinth. This is going to be his artistic movie.
Yeah,
right here. You know, this is artistic horror. He does such a great job with it.
Yeah.
Who can it be now?
You know who it is.
It's Adam.
So I guess that's the only, right? I guess that's the only one then.
I mean Krampus, but that's coming out in November.
Yeah, that's November.
Even though I think that should come out in December since it's a Christmas horror movie.
Yeah. But they like to do that like for some of these holidays. Just for like Christmas holiday or Thanksgiving holiday. Thanksgiving holiday, they'll release a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
I guess to get you in the spirit or
like
avoid the Christmas onslaught.
Oh God!
But yet of movies that come out usually, which is going to be all Star Wars. So there's other movies out there they're going to be come out that will be released. And, but that one too. Yeah. I have to put that in. But it's going to be in the shadow of Star Wars.
There's so many Oscar movies coming out on Christmas. You got Joy and Concussion. I want to see Concussion.
Okay, I want to see. I like Big Will.
I know exactly. Yeah,
but if you have one,
exactly.
Shit,
that's scary right there. That's a thriller.
All right. Well, that's like a suspense thing too. I think from what I saw, they have some like suspenseful music.
Yeah, it's got suspenseful music, but it's what's it called? It's a biopic.
It's a biopic
kind of thing. Yeah, but it looks good.
Okay, cool. Well.
That's the truth.
It still looks pretty bleak out there, people. So let's get creative. I think let's create new monsters, man.
The thing we need to remember with horror movies, and maybe that's why we're not being scared as much, is the thing that scares us the most is the unknown.
Yeah,
that's the scariest thing, is not knowing what's coming, and maybe that's why we're not coming up. Maybe we've thought of everything. Maybe I really doubt it. There's so much more we can come up with.
Yeah,
honestly, I've come up with an idea in response to Green Inferno for a social justice horror film, because I fucking hate that group of people. God damn it,
you're stupid.
They need to die more in movies like this.
Just to please Chris.
Just to please me and other people.
Excellent.
Thank you. Like I texted Sam because I was going on her Tumblr for inspiration because she's into that stuff, and I'm like, Sam, I texted her my idea and she didn't respond back, and I'm like, well, I'll find out today what she thinks.
Stupid. Oh man, I ain't even gonna comment. I'm gonna leave you alone. Let them come after you if they do.
And I don't care.
Social justice.
Come at me, bro. They're all a bunch of vegans who are unhealthy and are crawling on the floor because all they have is soy in their poop.
That's been Talking with Burritos, episode 14, the State of Terror edition. So I am Jerry JJ Graham.
And I'm Christopher the Rupel.
Yeah, that's a wrap, but not a burrito.
Just do it!
Hey guys, if you want to comment on this episode, you can go to talkingwithburritos.com/14 or you can go to Facebook. Look us up on Facebook just at, regular Talking with Burritos. Or comment, send us a tweet at Talking Burritos. And I think we have an Instagram too. We have an Instagram too, but that's not for comments. But if you just want like pictures and stuff, just go there. We're Talking with Burritos. All of it is Talking with Burritos. You can just notify us there.
Like us, follow us.
Yeah, like us, follow us, do all that social media good old stuff, because
if you want to complain about Chris,
you like everybody else. Why not just like us?
Right?
If you like social justice warriors or hate them just like Chris does, then hey, like us. If you would like to see them die in a movie, like us. If you like
any of that stuff or hate it, tweet Chris so he can argue with you
at the Rupel.
At Rupel. _Rupel.
At the Rupel. If you want some G-dogness with the J-ness, just go JJ Graham. JJ Wayne Graham, what's up? No, just kidding. You ain't gonna get nothing from me because I haven't been tweeting.
I know it's been a while since
I usually do Talking with Burritos, but I do have one at Jerry Wayne Graham. So
if you like fart jokes, follow at the Rupel.
If you like, no, just kidding. I'm not gonna keep going on. But hey, you guys, just keep up the communication. We like to hear from you. And stay tuned for the next episode, I guess. I have nothing.
Kisses.
All right, we out.